How to outsmart your boss without getting caught. Brought to you by Lux von Zollern, the maker of exclusive garments for successful women, available at the website www.lvzprestige.com. Think Lux von Zollern when you wish to amplify your executive impact in high-stakes business environments. All right, ladies, it's time for some strategic brilliance. If you've ever found yourself staring at your boss's email asking for yet another urgent task, or the dreaded "can you handle this on top of everything else?" You've probably wondered, how can I outsmart this situation without getting caught? Because let's be real, you don't have time for more work, and they've got no idea how much you're already juggling. So, how do you keep your cool, manage your workload, and still look like the rockstar employee? It's all about mastering the art of strategic maneuvering, being smart, subtle, and always staying a step ahead of the game. Let's break it down with some ninja-level moves that'll help you outsmart your boss while keeping your career in the fast lane. Create the illusion of busy without actually doing much. One of the most powerful tools in your arsenal is the illusion of productivity. You're not lying, you're just, strategically managing perception. Let's face it, your boss doesn't always know what's on your plate, and frankly, they don't have the time to keep track. So what do? You create the impression that you're swamped with work, when really, you're managing your tasks for maximum efficiency and impact. Here's how to do it. Use visible, urgent tasks to create the illusion. If you've got a long list of tasks, pick the most visible ones, the ones that will require a lot of effort and be noticed easily. These tasks make it look like you're hustling while buying yourself time for more important or less draining projects. Send progress updates with just the right amount of detail. You don't need to tell your boss everything, just enough to make them feel like you're on track. A quick, "I've completed X and we'll be tackling Y next" email is often enough to keep them happy. You're not lying, you're just being strategic in how you communicate. Keep your desk cluttered, or at least make it look like it's busy. A stack of papers, a few open files, and a well-placed coffee mug full of pins can subtly communicate that you're drowning in work. It's all about optics, baby. No one's going to ask what's on your desk if it looks like you've got a million things going on. This move buys you time and ensures you're still seen as hardworking and efficient without actually overloading yourself. Master the art of the strategic no. We all know that saying no can feel like the equivalent of a career death sentence, but a well-placed no can actually elevate your status. Here's the catch. It's all about how you say it. Instead of flat-out rejecting your boss's request, which would be a little too bold, right? Frame your no in a way that still makes you look like a team player. Here's how to work it. "I'm already working on X, but I'll circle back to this" strategy. If your boss asks you to take on something new, first acknowledge their request, but then redirect it. "I'm currently focused on completing the Smith project, but I can definitely circle back to this once that's done." This shows that you're busy with important tasks and ensures your plate isn't overfilled. "I'll need more time" approach. This one's perfect if you're already at capacity. "I'd love to help with that, but I'll need more time to fit it into my current workload." It's not a no, but a subtle stall that allows you to maintain your workload without immediately agreeing to more. Use the team-first angle. If it's a particularly sticky situation, you can deflect by framing your response around team efficiency. "I want to make sure I can give this task the attention it deserves, but right now, I'm in the middle of prioritizing deliverables for the team." By positioning it as a team concern, it takes the pressure off of you. Mastering the art of the strategic no ensures you don't stretch yourself too thin, while still appearing to be a cooperative and conscientious employee. It's all about balancing your workload while keeping your boss at bay. Play the "I'm just too helpful" card. Now, this one might sound a bit sneaky, but it works like a charm. The too helpful card. If your boss is giving you more tasks than you can handle, it's time to stop being the doormat and start being the strategic helper. Let me explain. Offer to help, but only with things that benefit you. For example, if your boss needs help preparing a report, offer to help with the most time-consuming part, the part that won't drain you, like creating the slides or formatting. This way, you're still involved, but you've strategically avoided the bulk of the work. Be the resource that keeps giving. If your boss asks about a task or project, always volunteer information that shows you're in the know. Being the go-to person for information makes you indispensable without taking on too much extra work. It's the perfect way to build credibility while dodging excess responsibility. Help others help themselves. If a colleague asks for help, offer a solution that subtly puts them on the hook for doing the bulk of the work. I'd suggest reviewing the XYZ documents first to get a good sense of the direction. That should help you figure out what needs to be done next. You're helping, but without lifting a finger. This tactic not only positions you as a problem solver, but also allows you to manage the flow of tasks without getting bogged down in the details. Use your relationship with your boss to your advantage. The truth is, your relationship with your boss isn't just about the work. It's also about managing perceptions and expectations. Think of it like a dance. You can be strategic about how you engage with your boss to create a mutually beneficial relationship that keeps you moving up without stepping on anyone's toes. Know when to flatter, without being obvious. Praise your boss's achievements and ideas when appropriate. A well-placed compliment about how their recent meeting went or how they handled a tough situation will not only boost their ego, but it will also reinforce their trust in you. Align your goals with theirs. Understand your boss's priorities and align your goals with them. If they're pushing for a new initiative, show how your work is directly contributing to their vision. When your boss sees that you're aligned with their big picture, they'll start to consider you a key player in their success. Show gratitude, but be selective. Be sure to express thanks when it's deserved, but don't overdo it. A little gratitude goes a long way, and if you do it at just the right moment, you can get more than just a thank you in return. Master the art of strategic flattery without going overboard. Now, I know what you're thinking. Flattery? I'm not here to be anyone's cheerleader. But hold on. Strategic flattery isn't about turning into a suck-up or kissing up to get ahead. It's about subtly acknowledging your boss's strengths and making them feel validated in a way that benefits you. Think of it like sprinkling a little fairy dust that boosts their confidence without being over the top. Here's how to do it. Praise their decision-making. If your boss comes up with a great idea, even if it's obvious or your idea first, don't hold back on complimenting them. That was such a smart move. It really shows your leadership. You're making them feel like a genius while also aligning yourself with their success. Acknowledge their achievements. Whether it's a major project, a difficult task, or a big win, make it a point to acknowledge it. I saw how you handled that client presentation. Impressive. Your ability to stay calm under pressure is really inspiring. This isn't flattery for the sake of flattery. It's about making them feel good and reinforcing the bond between you both. Make it subtle. The key here is not to overdo it. You're not trying to outshine anyone or draw too much attention to yourself. Keep it light and natural, with just enough praise to keep them thinking you're one of the sharpest, most observant people in the room. Flattery is all about building a bridge, a subtle one, so that your boss feels like you're on their team. When you're seen as someone who can boost their ego without being obvious, you'll be able to move with ease through the political landscape. Redirect attention to your wins without being obvious. Here's a little trick. You don't have to do all the work to get credit for it. If you're tired of being the invisible contributor while your boss takes the spotlight, it's time to change the game. Mastering the art of redirecting attention to your wins without directly taking the spotlight is a must-have skill. How to do it. Highlight your impact in team meetings. Instead of waiting for your boss to mention your contributions, find ways to bring them up without looking like you're fishing for compliments. For example, I've been working closely with the team on X, and it's great to see how the results are starting to show up. I've noticed a 25% increase in X since we implemented the new strategy. Make others aware of your efforts. You don't need to go full-on bragging mode, but you can subtly plant the seeds by mentioning your role in key projects or successes. I'm glad to see our project finally take off. It's been great working alongside the team to make it happen. This positions you as a key player in the success, even if it's not your show. Leverage others' recognition. If a colleague or team member compliments you or acknowledges your work, don't brush it off. Instead, gracefully accept it and redirect it back to the team's collective efforts. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Honestly, it was a group effort, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished together. This reinforces the idea that you're humble while still being seen as a central player. By redirecting attention to your contributions in a way that feels natural, you'll get the recognition you deserve, without being seen as desperate for attention. Use their ambitions to your advantage. People have hidden agendas, whether it's your boss or a colleague. Your job? Figure out what they want and then use that knowledge to your advantage. If you can understand what drives your boss, you can find ways to position yourself as an ally who helps them reach their goals while also moving closer to your own. Here's how. Know their weaknesses and goals. Every boss has something they're trying to achieve, whether it's impressing upper management, getting through a tough quarter, or even just making it through the year without a meltdown. Pay attention to what matters most to them and position your actions as aligning with those priorities. Frame your work as critical to their success. If you want to make your boss look good, you have to make them feel like you're part of their success. When presenting an idea or suggesting a strategy, phrase it as something that can help boost their goals. If we can implement this, I think it'll position us better for the next big quarter and really highlight the team's effectiveness under your leadership. Anticipate their needs. If your boss has a major presentation coming up, offer to help them prepare. But don't just offer, be proactive. I know you've got a big presentation on Friday, so I've already put together a few things that might help. This shows you're not only aware of their needs, but you're also a step ahead, helping them look good without them even asking. The key here is to align your interest with theirs. When your boss feels like you're always helping them reach their goals, they'll start to rely on you more and give you the space to shine. Use emotional intelligence to stay calm under pressure. Manipulative bosses love to create a sense of urgency. They thrive on pushing your buttons, throwing last-minute requests at you, and making you feel like you're in a constant state of chaos. So, what do? Stay calm, cool, and collected. How to stay in control. Don't react to pressure. Bosses may try to test you by throwing you into high-pressure situations to see how you'll respond. The best response? Nothing dramatic. Stay calm. Assess the situation and handle it like a professional. Thanks for the heads up. I'll have that to you in 2 hours. Then, do it at your own pace, without breaking a sweat. Be mindful of your body language. People often pick up on subtle cues, and that includes your boss. If you appear calm and in control, they're less likely to pressure you further. Confidence is your shield. By keeping your cool, you not only outsmart your boss, but also make it clear that you're in control of your own priorities, no matter how much they try to throw your way. Stay smart, stay subtle, and make sure you're always a step ahead in the game. Your career isn't just about working hard. It's about working strategically. And guess what? You've got this. Brought to you by Lux von Zollern, the maker of exclusive garments for successful women, available at the website www.lvzprestige.com. Think Lux von Zollern when you wish to amplify your executive impact in high-stakes business environments.